And in today's episode, we're going to do something new. We're changing it up on you a little bit, and we're going to start incorporating these Quick Win Wednesday episodes. And what that means to us is something quick and easy that you can do to impact your finances in a positive way.
Welcome to the Female Finance Collective podcast, where we encourage women to have open and honest conversations about all things money.
I'm Jen, and I struggled for many years with debt and feeling financially overwhelmed, so I know how frustrating it can be. Now I'm passionate about helping women confidently take control of their personal finances.
And I'm Mary Lee. As a financial planner, I've had the privilege of working with hundreds of women who've transformed their financial lives. I'm excited to share my insights to help you on your financial journey.
Hey, I'm Sybil. I built my dream life traveling the world and creating financial freedom on a teacher's salary. Now I help women take charge of their money and burn brighter in life.
Let's start the money conversation.
So have you ever regretted an impulse buy? Well, today we're going to teach you about the 24-hour rule, and this is going to save you money instantly. So impulse buys feel really exciting in the moment, right? But the problem is that the thrill fades really fast. So most of the time, it's the rush of buying it. It's actually not the item itself. But waiting 24 hours helps you decide if it's something that you really want. Studies show that delayed spending actually reduces unnecessary purchases by 30%.
That's huge. That's a lot.
That's a lot, right? 30%. Yeah. And this tip that we're going to share with you, the 24-hour rule, fits perfectly in with a book study we're currently doing right now in both the Female Finance Collective community and the Teachers Need Teachers community. We're studying Balance by Andrew Hallam. And he says on page 19 that the stuff we buy rarely makes us happier. More often, it actually has the opposite effect. It whets our appetite for even more because for some reason, we think bigger, fancier, or newer things will make us happier. And that's just not what the research shows.
Right. It isn't. But it doesn't feel like that in the moment, right? Like in the moment, it's very exciting. And you're like, yes, I just got this like cool new thing or this fun new thing. But I genuinely think that a lot of that, and I think you said this too, is the rush of getting something new, the rush of like buying something and it was like fun and it was exciting, but it's not really the excitement about the item itself, right? So, we want to talk today about the 24-hour rule, which is just basically waiting 24 hours to buy something that's not a need. If you really need toothpaste because you ran out, we're not suggesting you wait 24 hours to buy new toothpaste. This is about those impulsive things that you might buy. That top you saw when you were scrolling through your Instagram stories, and so you clicked to the shop to look at, right? I just did that yesterday, but it's in my cart and I didn't buy it, and I'm still thinking about whether or not I think it's going to be a cute top or whether it's just like this impulsive, like, hey, that looks good on her. Let me put it in my cart. Let's talk about the 24-hour rule and how it works. When you feel the urge to buy something, whether it's because you're just randomly scrolling or you're looking on a website that you like to shop on, or it's nighttime and you're just on your phone and like ads pop up, right? Those are the tricky ones, right? When you feel the urge to buy something, we want you to either put it in your cart or make a note in an app, like copy and paste into your notes app the link, and then forget about it. Pause, take a deep breath, and then move away from the cart, close the notes app, and just move on. And then the next day, if you find yourself still thinking about that item and you're like, gosh, that sweater was so cute, or those shoes would have been perfect with like 4 or 5 outfits I can think of. I really think I would wear them all the time. Or that decor item for my home, I really love it. Like, I think it would really make me feel joyful every time I walk into the room if I know the just right place to put it. If 24 hours later you're still thinking about it and you're thinking about it in a way that makes you feel excited and joyful, that's when you go ahead and make the purchase, right? But by waiting 24 hours, you're eliminating those purchases, apparently 30%. You're eliminating purchases that would just be impulsive. They're for things you don't really want, don't really need, don't really love, right? I actually have done this in stores too if I'm in-person shopping where I really like something and I'm like, is this an impulse purchase or do I really, really like it? And I will leave the store without the purchase and walk around. And sometimes, if I'm like at a mall or at like an outdoor shopping area, sometimes before I leave, I've already forgotten about it. Well, that's my sign, right? I didn't really love it that much. It wasn't bringing me that much joy. And other times I'll get home and I'm like, gosh, that I really wish I would have purchased that. And then I go back and get it. It takes a little bit more of my time, but that way I know that I'm not just throwing my money away on something that I don't really care about, right? I think that this 24-hour rule can really be impactful and you can apply it to a lot of things as well. Impulsively ordering out your dinner, right? Like, can I maybe don't wait 24 hours to eat dinner, but sometimes if I just wait 30 minutes, I'm like, oh, it's fine. I could have already like fixed myself dinner in the kitchen by now and I'll go and do it. So I really, really love this concept of the 24-hour rule, and it's something that I use all the time. Do you use it too, Sybil?
I do. You know what I find? I do it more when I'm conscious shopping,
Mm,
right? And so if you're unconscious shopping, like the scroll, like you talked about earlier, and you just see it and that impulsive feeling, the more you can reflect on not wanting to do that and being more conscious, that pause is so, so important. It's amazing to me. I'll put something in the cart and then I think I need it so bad that I actually put it in the cart, right? At the time, I'm like, I have to have this. And then I do the 24-hour rule and I wait and I forget about it. And I know I forgot about it because later I go back to my cart and there it is. And so I'm like, delete or save for later, right? And so that it's a really effective strategy for me as well. And it's a way to save a lot of money.
yeah.
We spend so much impulsively. So if we can pause and wait 24 hours, we're going to save a lot of money on things that we think will make us happier, but actually don't. And that's exactly what Andrew talks about and what we're talking about in these book clubs. And you can join us. So our call to action for this week is for you to pause and wait 24 hours before you make at least one purchase this week. Okay. So if you get off this podcast, stop listening and go shopping right now, or if you go shopping tomorrow in person or online, pause and wait 24 hours and then see if you'll actually want it the next day. Some people even say like wait up to 72 hours. You can kind of test for yourself too where it goes. But Andrew goes on to talk more about how we actually want to save money and not spend it on these impulsive purchases so we can purchase experiences. Because the research shows that spending our money on experiences makes us happier. And that's why we were almost buying that sweater in the first place. We thought it would make us happier, right? So pause, wait 24 hours on at least one purchase this week, and join us in Teachers Need Teachers or the Female Finance Collective. Andrew Hallam, the author, is coming to talk to us at the end of the month. And so you can join that live call, ask him questions, hear what he has to share. He transformed and changed my life entirely by reading his books and studying what he teaches. So we hope that you can join us. Don't forget to pause, wait 24 hours, and we'll see you next week.